Alrighty, good afternoon, everybody. It is Wednesday, May 27th, 2026, and this is the virtual players meeting for the 2026 Mountain Meltdown supported by Innova Disc Golf. Just introduce myself. My name is Joshua Cheney. I'll be one of your TDs for this weekend. Um, and of course, joining me up there, my TD partner in crime, Nathan Weaver, aka Uncle Nate. Uh, we are looking forward to a beautiful weekend up at the Sky High Disc Golf Course for this event, and I want to say thank you everybody for joining us. Um, so just real quick before we get started, I wanted to give a shout out to everybody that made this event possible. So again, my co-TD Nate is always there, co-working all these events with me. Big thanks to him. And then all of our staff and volunteers that'll be helping out to set everything up, and of course the Sky High staff for getting the course ready to go. It's still early in the season; they've only been open a week, but they're doing everything they can to make sure that we are ready to go. Um, course is ready, food will be ready. Overall, we're gonna have a good weekend up there. So thanks to Mike and his team for that. And then big thanks to our sponsors for not just this event, but the entire Roller Ace series that Nate and I run all of our events. Innova Disc Golf, first one, providing us with top quality discs and equipment for you guys, the players. And James Bandy for being our T-Sign sponsor for this season. He graciously um, sponsored for us to get T-Signs made for the entire year to be used at all our events. So thank you, James, for your support in that. And with that, let's get to our players meeting. Just to clarify, this is for the 2026 Mountain Meltdown up at Sky High Disc Golf Course, taking place on May 30th and 31st. Saturday, May 30th, we are going to have all of the amateur divisions playing except for FA1. And then on Sunday, we're going to have all of our professional divisions along with FA1 playing. So if you are playing in an amateur division and you show up on Sunday, you missed the day. And if you're a pro and show up on Saturday, you can get a practice round in. But competition Sunday. So make sure you sign up to play for the correct day. If there's anything, make sure you email me or Nate within the next couple of days to get it fixed. But with that, let's move forward. Um, so, if you guys aren't aware, this is up at the Sky High Disc Golf Course up at Mountain High North in Wrightwood, California. Ahead of time, please make sure you do check your routes and make sure that your route is open and clear. I know there's been some trouble along the 2 highway. So you guys coming from LA, make sure you have that planned out so you get there on time. If you are camping, the campground, make sure that you check in at the lodge to get your campsite situated, and they'll take care of you there. Let's see. Sorry if I get interrupted. I do have a 2-year-old here who is, well, being 2. So we'll see. Um, oh, oh, those of you guys know Jacob. He is definitely getting very explorative with stuff. Okay, so just real quick, I want to go over some of the overall course rules. Sky High is in a national forest area, and we do have high fire season. So, um, outside, I mean, if you guys know that during the round, there's no smoking, tobacco products, anything like that for the PDGA rules. This is a PDGA sanctioned event, so all PDGA rules do apply. If you do need to smoke during breaks, such as before the round, before the 2-minute call, um, or during the lunch break, or after the round, after your card is submitted. You need to do so in the parking lot or area designated by the Mountain High staff. We are smoking at all on the course. and I put these in the notes. Um, it is a automatic disqualification and removal from the property. I can't emphasize that enough. Safety, especially fire safety. We already had one fire out there a couple years ago. We cannot risk that. No smoking on the course. Let's see. There is no 2 meter rule. There's a lot of high trees. If you get stuck up there, no penalty, but you shouldn't really have to throw that high. All parking lots, paved roads, and deck areas are out of bounds. Okay. So if it's not touching the solid dirt line that makes up the course, so if you have dirt that's kind of spread over there, that doesn't count. There's concrete underneath, that's out of bounds. It must be touching an inbound surface in order to be in bounds. Okay. Let's see. Everybody is required to keep score per PDGA rules. So what we recommend for that is to download the PDGA app, early PDGA live app, or you can go to pdga.com/score. The code is on the caddy book for each day. And cell reception will be kind of spotty up there. So what we recommend you do is download it while we're at the lodge because there is Wi-Fi there. And then as you go through, you can keep score. And if it's not updating in live, don't worry. It does keep track of the score. And then when you get signal, it updates it all. All right, so just keep track as you go. If you are not going to digital scoring, please see Nate for a paper scorecard or myself. I'm just going to direct you to Nate, and he'll get you a paper scorecard. You are required to turn that in at the end of your round. If you do a paper scorecard, make sure you put your name, your division, and starting hole, along with which round it is, round 1 or round 2, so we can keep track of it in case we need to grab it for any reason. Um, okay, let's see. Going down my list here, keeping score. All PDGA rules are in effect because this is a PDGA sanctioned event as well as a SoCal Series event. So if you're a current SoCal Disc Golf Club member, you will get points for competing here. All right, let's move on. I put the notes in here for how ties will be determined. So this is an aggregate playoff, same as done in the past. The 3-hole loop to determine the winner for first place only if we are tied. If there's any other determinations for trophy placing, we'll do a sudden death playoff on the same loop. Those are all in the caddy book, and I'll explain them if we need to. Both of our phone numbers are on the caddy book, so if you guys need anything while we're up there, please shoot us a text or give us a call. Reception can be spotty, so if it's something that you guys aren't sure about on a call, play a provisional rule. You guys are required to know the rules, so some of these rules are in there. If you're not sure, get on the competition manual, the rule book, look up what it is so you understand the rules. If you have any questions, please let us know. All right, let's go to the schedule. So the schedule is the same for both days. The lodge should be open by 7:30 in the morning. That's the time we've done in the past. It's our 6th year doing this. They're pretty consistent. Um, there's restrooms in there. If you want to grab some breakfast, some coffee, anything like that, that's the time to do it. Lodge opens at 7:30. Um, we will start check-in around that time, hopefully, so we can basically get everybody going. Amateur players on Saturday, when you guys check in, you will come. You'll check-in table will be on the back deck. Jacob making faces. We'll be on the back deck. You'll check in with the staff member there from our tournament staff. You'll take a phone peekaboo with you guys. You'll turn in your waiver. We always have a special waiver for Sky High. Even if you have a waiver from before, we have a different waiver just for the tournament, so everybody will fill that out. We'll have those there for you. And then you check in with us. Amateur players, you'll get your players packs. And then you guys are good to warm up, get started. Pro players, same thing. You guys fill out your waiver and then just come check in with us. There's no players pack for the pro players, and we'll go from there. There will be a quick players meeting before we go out, just to go over any last minute questions or rules that may have come up. I highly recommend you guys are there. It is your responsibility to know all the rules that are posted or brought up. And then after that, we'll move to our starting holes, and the goal is to start at 9 a.m. by both days. When we finish round one, and everybody submit their scorecards, we'll have our lunch break. The lunch break will be at least 1 hour. Everybody time to get food, rest up, hydrate, while we count the scores and post for round two. And then for round two, I'll post those on the PDGA page. So if you have the app, it will show you directly where your hole is starting. If you have any questions, again, come up and see us. And then we'll just do our normal 2-minute warning and start from there. So you just have to be at your starting hole um, before the round starts. So I'm not going to do another players meeting after round two or anything like that. You have to talk to us. Quick reminder for those who are newer to the tournament play, or a reminder, what we'll do is before each round, we'll send you guys out 2 minutes before the start time. So say we're teeing off at 9, 8:58, we'll blow either a horn or a whistle with 2 bursts. That's going to tell us that it is a 2-minute warning, which means no more practice throws. Everybody should just be hanging out and waiting with their card. And then the start, we'll do 1 long blast from the horn or whistle, and you'll start, and then you guys start play. Lunch break. I said lunch break is going to be at least an hour, and it's going to be start after the last card is submitted. For players that have pre-purchased their lunch option, to discuss scenes for the Sky High Burger lunch deal, they will have a list of the players who purchased that at the grill on the back deck there. Just go on up, give them your name, they'll check you off, and they'll have your burger ready to go. For those of you that are doing your own thing for lunch, cool. Just make sure you plan that out right so that you are ready to go for round two, because timing is key here. Let's see. Check procedure. After the second round, I encourage everybody to kind of hang on the back patio, maybe grab a snack, grab a beer or some drinks, whatever you guys want to do, and we'll do our awards and some prizes and such for our top finishers, and do our ceremony then for everybody. So, yes, race car. Okay, buddy, I'm almost done. Okay. So, okay. I think that covers that part for the check-in procedure. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So last part that I want to go over is how the course is set up. So this is the how the course is set up and basically the holes and how they work. So for those of you who played the Meltdown in the past, it's the same format that we've done ever since we started. For the players who have joined us for the first time, I'm going to explain this out. So we are playing 2 rounds of 18 holes each round in the day. So we have a morning round, lunch break, afternoon round. Both rounds are 18 holes each. Sky High is a 27-hole course, so we play 18 holes of that 27 at a time. For the players on Saturday, okay, I have it noted what's called the A layout and the B layout. The A layout is normal courses, hole 1 through 18. Okay. Right. And it will be numbered as such with our T signs. If you haven't seen the T signs, they're these giant black ones that have all of our sponsors. They look fancy and all that. Those are the holes we're playing. So A layout is holes 1 through 18. And this is also considered the longer layout. So longer of the two. Okay. So like hole 4's in long, hole 7's in long, and hole 9's in long. Okay. And then 10 through 18 are normal spots. The B layout is holes 1 through 9 for normal course, and then 19 through 27. So essentially, you're going up the mountain now instead of down. Okay, so make sure you coordinate that right. Now, we are still labeling the holes 1 through 18. So for the B layout, hole normal course hole 19 is tournament hole 10. Again, look for those T signs, the tournament T signs. Okay, and I'll make sure that if you have any question about it, we'll help direct you guys. But if you don't see the black tournament T sign there, or one of our T signs, okay, so not the standard Sky High ones, then you're on the wrong hole. That's people get confused about that, even though we say it over and over, so I'm reiterating it. Make sure you are at the tournament tee sign. Really easy way to tell too is that if you're the only person there, there's no one else around, you're probably in the wrong area. Okay. So who plays what? Amateur players, Saturday divisions. You guys are playing the A layout first, which the longer of the two, the 1 through 18. And then in the afternoon round, you're playing the B layout, which is the 1 through 9 and the 19 through 27 normal course. Sunday divisions, you're flipping. You guys are playing B layout first, the shorter, and you're basically playing up the mountain first. And in the afternoon, you're playing the 1 through 9 and the 10 through 18, the longer layout. Okay? So make sure you read that. It is noted on the caddy book here. It does say B layout, par 54, round 2 Saturday, round 1 Sunday. So make sure you read that. It does say on here, normal course hole 25 for tournament hole 16. It is your guys' responsibility to read the caddy book and understand that and ask questions. Okay. So just to go over some basic ones, hole for the A layout, hole 1, we have a mandatory tree on the left hand side. It's going to be a mandatory right, based on people going big and wide and trying to backdoor that, essentially hitting fairway 2. Same mandatory as last year. Hole 2s and 3s are playing normal. Change this year is the mandatory I had for hole 3 last year. We removed that based on player feedback. So there's no mandatory on 3. For the A layout, hole 4 will be in the long position. It's a par 4. Hole number 5 will be an island hole. It'll be the first island hole you guys will play. There is a mandatory left of the tree there, and if you miss that mando, you do re-tee because the tee box is right next to the mandatory. If your disc comes to rest outside of the boundary line, you play that as hazard. Okay? For those of you who do not play the hazard rule, it basically means that you play from a disc lies with a 1-stroke penalty. We will have rope that designates the boundary for the island. Okay? The flags that are there are just for visual markers to help you see where it is. Okay? The rope is the boundary. You must be touching the dirt on the inside of that rope to be safe. Okay? Let's see. Hole 6 plays normal. Hole 7 for the A layout will be in the long position, so the 408, the deep one. There's 2 mandatories. The normal mandatory we're used to playing, and there's another one that's a mandatory right on the left-hand side. The drop zone will be in the middle of those 2, just like last year, just to keep people straight in that fairway. The A layout will be in the long position to the right. And then hole 9, this is going to be our temporary basket, because last time I checked, the hole 9 basket is still bent at a pretty steep angle. So we'll have our temporary basket out there. There is a mandatory on the right-hand side, a mandatory left, to keep you on the fairway. For round 1, the A layout, the basket will be up near the normal basket position, and we'll play from there. The A layout too, so this is going as our normal 1 through 18. So hole 10 is another island hole. It's OB past that magic carpet on the left hand side, and then the rest of the area plays as hazard. Okay, so it's an island hole. You come to rest outside that boundary area. It does play as hazard unless you cross the magic carpet, then that plays as out of bounds. Now, some people may ask, like, oh, what if you go out of bounds early? And so you're still in the hazard area, but you go out of bounds. You can only get penalized once. You don't get penalized for being in the hazard and going out of bounds. It's only 1-stroke penalty regardless. Okay. Hole 11, this is the big downhole shot. We removed the mandatory on this one for our forehand players and left-handed players who like going the route behind the tree. That's fine. I took that mandatory out this year based on player feedback. However, if your disc is lost on the tee shot, so if you throw your tee shot and it goes down there somewhere and you guys do your 3-minute search time, right? None of this 5, 6, 7 minute searches, I will come out and I will penalize the card if you guys search too long. Okay, 3 minutes is the max. There will be an optional drop zone that you can go to so you don't have to hike all the way back up and re-tee. Okay. The drop zone will be on top of the the mound ledge there that we like to do. Thank you, Jacob. Okay. And that's for if you lose your disc on a tee shot only, and that's just to keep the pace of play going. Hole number 12 plays as normal. We removed the Mando based off player feedback from last year. And then I think all the rest of the holes play normal. Yeah, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 and 18 all play normal. The only thing about 18 is there is OB deep if you cross on the 10th fairway where that island boundary is. Don't want guys ripping it past there and ripping hitting people in the that are playing on 10. That's it for the A layout. The B layout. So this was the one where we play 1 through 9, and then you guys start playing up the hill and play normal course holes 19 through 27. So I even note on here, hole 10 is normal course hole 19. Again, look for our T signs. This is also the shorter of the two layouts. So hole 1 remains the same, hole 2 remains the same, hole 3 remains the same, hole 4, it comes to the short layout. Um, just there on the ledge, you'll be able to see it. It plays the par 3. Hole 5 plays the same as the island. Hole 6 plays the same. 7 plays in the short layout, but both manos are still in play. Hole 8 plays in the short as well. It's kind of straight ahead instead of off to the right. And hole 9, this is where a temporary basket comes in and comes to the right into the trees there by that picnic area where you guys saw before. And that's kind of where that mandatory that's there comes into play, making you go out and around and come in to the basket instead of trying to cut through the trees in an outhouse where people may be walking. So just be aware where those baskets are changing to. And then we go up the mountain. So B layout hole 10 is normal course 19. That plays pretty straightforward. I don't think any of these really affect any change. There's no special rules for these, except, um, yeah, they play just as normal. Just make sure on the right course hole. Um, and yeah, I think that does it. So make sure you guys review the caddy book and make sure you guys get any questions to us as soon as possible. And I think that about sums it up. We are looking at a pretty nice day. Hopefully not no wind. It looks pretty calm right now. So reports. It is gonna be a little chilly in the morning. It's gonna be like in the low to mid 40s. So bundle up. And we're looking at like a high of the high 60s to low 70s for both days. So maybe a little chilly. Wind is unpredictable up there, so make sure you bring the right stuff. We're not predicting any lightning, but if we do and we have to stop play at all, we will blow our horn or our whistle in 3 bursts. All right. So if you hear a 3 burst continuously, like a beep, 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 that is a warning that means come back. So that means stop play. Okay. Mark your lie if you have to, whatever it is, like mark your lie and go seek shelter immediately. So if you're close enough to the clubhouse, come back to the clubhouse. If you're if you want to take shelter in your car, take shelter in your car. Whatever it is, come take shelter. If it gets really bad and you can't, find shelter on like one of the overhangs on that, but basically it means find shelter, protect yourself, possible lightning. Again, the best option to hopefully get back to the lodge as fast as possible. Okay. And then we'll resume play once it's safe. Um, we may, there may be some fun critters out there, such as rattlesnakes. Well, we had them before. So if you see a rattlesnake out there and it is essentially in the way of play, a couple years ago we had one during an event that was up by basket 21, just kind of chilling by the log right next to the basket. We had to stop play until we were able to get the guys up there to clear it out. Please let us know right away and do not put your guys' selves in danger to try to move it, rent that. Just let us know. We'll get the Sky High guys up there. They wrangle snakes all the time, and they will take care of that and let us know we can resume play safely. Other thing to note, we do have the sections of the course that we are using for the tournament are ours to use while we're playing them. So that means there should be nobody else on the course playing. Everybody, no, no. Okay? Stop. Um, with that, Nate and I do put signs up but sometimes people ignore the signs or they don't read them, whatever it is. Um, if you see people out in the course that are definitely not part of the tournament, they're not a tournament group. You can tell it's a tournament group. They're just out there kind of casually playing. You can let them know that there's a tournament going on and this area is closed and they need to come check in at the clubhouse in order to find out which areas are open. If if there's any confrontation, all right, or they are not listening to you, whatever it is, let us know right away. And if you don't feel like confronting them, please just call me or Nate right away. We'll get out there with the Sky High staff and we'll let them know. Because chances are that if they're out there, they did not check into the lodge, which means they're not allowed to be on the course because when they check into the lodge, we tell them which holes are open for play. But there are people on the course that shouldn't be there. Let us know. We will handle it. We don't want to cause problems for anybody who want to be good ambassadors for the sport. And I think that just about covers it. Um, if you guys have any questions or think of anything, please either send me or Nate an email or post on the Disc Golf Scene event page, and we will be happy to address it. And if I think of anything else, I will send updates to everybody. And if that, I think that is all. So look forward to seeing everybody bright and early this weekend. We're gonna have a fun weekend of disc golf. Um, and yeah, good luck to everybody, and we'll see you then.